All right, traders, what up? What up, traders? What up, investors? Ken here from Dyslexic Investor, and thank you for tuning in for another fantastic video. Today, we're going to be looking at Michael Burry's. No, I'm just joking. We're looking at someone else's who's really very aggressively going super long GameStop. Again, you probably saw it already in the thumbnail. Individual making a large return, making a huge slew of options bets, everything from this October coming up all the way up to January, and even some longer dated calls all the way out in 2021 in April. Seeing those pretty massive returns again. In the shorter side, we're seeing a large amount of gains, about 200% on those shorter dated calls, but we're seeing here overall investment size of what he actually paid per all these options were about $162,000. Just today, he's made about 360,000 that is, and then total gain over these longer dated options and overall play of this is nearly $800,000, making a basically a return of nearly 500% on capital, 500% on his overall return on that equity. So that is a pretty large amount of just going complete YOLO mid-month update for his potential GME options. So we can go ahead and throw up the ticker here. Again, this is ticker symbol GME. That's GameStop. If you're not familiar with GameStop, it's basically a storefront, a physical location that does everything from video games to cosplay and all other kind of various components. They got a lot of upgrades and potential more bullish signs on people being a little more optimistic on the economy. The vaccines and all these plays really kind of came into fruition really all this week, and saw huge kind of spikes higher. Even after the quarter, it kind of came down to around that 21 EMA, which is the yellow line here, around the 613 to 615 range. Bounced super hard off that and just literally did an about face and just made a strong V-shaped recovery, bouncing higher, having literally not yesterday, the day before, so yesterday, basically going up nearly 26%, and even today being up nearly 6%. But the all-time high that it hit just today was $9.77. That is a pretty large move. Basically, within a very short period of time, we can do a quick little analysis from the maybe in a week, it's had a return about 66.4% in a very short period of time. So that is a pretty smorgasbord of a play for this individual buying those options, everything from October, again, most of them really printing money and making the printer go burr, really starting with those shorter dated options because they've really sprung into actions with this very aggressive move higher. We can kind of here look at the options chain here again, having those options all the way out here and just 30 days out, 29 days out for those October expirations, basically printing money at those $10 strike price, basically seeing well over 4,500 nearly volume traded today, and we have 11,000 open interest currently on that particular options. Again, looking at that just moved today of nearly 43%, and then going all the way to these longer dated options that were expiring in January. He bought a smorgasbord of these as well. You can kind of see here a lot of consolidation and a lot of open interest at that $10 strike price. Then we have the $12, $13 strike price. There are 13 here, and then a lot at 15, and even all the way out to 20, and then all the way up to 30 as well. But I think this could be potentially some really YOLO plays, or potentially just selling some premium, which I don't know why you would do that far out. But that being said, there are individuals that are with activity at the $30 strike price all the way out 120-ish days where we're currently looking at. That being said, what does the stock look like? What are some particular support and resistance lines here for the old GameStop? Again, this one really took by surprise. So we start here at the weekly analysis. We can kind of see here we have that squeeze set up starting up basically the mid of May, and really just traded in a really tight range between like a $4 and like basically between $4 and $5. We just traded for months, just months, just traded here sideways, no action, no activity. But then kind of a potential earnings run, we start seeing some activity kind of start breaking out. We saw the 5 and 8 moving averages start crossing to the 21. Let's go back to the daily here. We start seeing that activity going on here. We saw that really tight consolidation, not really breaking above 5, maybe 550, And then shortly into earnings, we saw some pretty large drastic moves. It really starting to break out higher here. Most likely people were suspecting that it's just going to fail at the $5 or $5.50. You really saw that candle right here really kind of gave that up of basically, hey, we're not breaking above $5. But then some large volume kind of came in here, really boosted this higher, really still trading between that 5 and 8 moving averages, and then had a huge volume day and on a huge run into earnings here, basically well 4 or 5 times more than the daily volume coming in here with a huge kick higher, initially hitting that support line here at $6.91, kind of gave it a little bit back, but the next day continued, and then we had earnings, kind of was flat, and then it kind of gave back, and then now where we're currently at is this really kind of strong propulsive side of this V-shaped recovery, kind of bouncing here around the $9.60 range. With that being said, we can see this potentially to trade sideways up here if we're getting some more consolidation. Even though some key levels to the downside to be mindful about, we could be looking at the short-term side around $7.61. Again, that's going to be on the short-term side because that's where the 8 EMA lies there. And even down to support level around 675 to around 691 would be the really the initial first support resistance, because where it bounced initially off that 21, and even down to another resistance level around $6 to $6.10 to $6 even here. That being said, if we start getting some aggressive downward movement, by aggressive we mean is that the 5 and 8 start aggressively crossing through the 21 EMA and pointing to the downside. But as of right now, this momentum is super strong, and it's potentially looking for some consolidation around the 960 range, with a lot of those potential analyst upgrades and the various folks of just betting longer term, with GameStop actually having a turnaround story and so forth, really potentially playing the Xbox, the overall newer game systems, the PlayStation 5, and all those various components could be driving in more footsteps into the doors to be able to upsell or do other various components to get that moolah into the bank account. That being said, some key takeaways before I let you go. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll greatly appreciate it. Looking again at some support and resistance side, looking for around $9.60 to potentially kind of create somewhat of a ceiling of support or resistance to the upside. But looking for, again, this seems insane, with this move, if this weekly move and this squeeze that we initially looked at has any room to fire. But my only concern is that we've seen a very large move in this before, but within a couple weeks it's kind of just faded off, and the overall plan has just continue going to the downside. I think that I'm not sure if this is going to be anything different as of right now, but if we need to see a lot more of the bulls to come in to play here and really push us higher to kind of get this out of this really long-term negative downward trending stock. You can see here the stock used to trade all the way back in 13 around $57. $57. Just last year, it was this year it hit $2.57. So that's a pretty large decline, and that's well over 90-ish%. That being said, like what am I in this stock? No. Can I get in this stock right now? No. If you really believe in the stock, you need in longer term, you need to kind of wait for a potential larger pullback. Even though this has had a large move, if you're in it, great job. I'm sure Michael Burry will send you a gift card to GameStop, or give you a nice little pat on the back on helping him propel the stock higher. That being said, we're looking for, again, key takeaways. If this can really run, and this momentum and this long-term trend can really break, again, that's a lot of ifs, a lot of buts. We're looking for that basically $13.94 and then $17 price target. I know that seems insane, but that's if the trend continues and that overall movement continues, that is what the chart could be per looking at, or potential looking at as well. To the downside, that really you see a lot of support around that $4, and again the short term, like we talked about, is around $5.50 and even around the $6.91. That being said, be very careful out there. This is definitely a kind of the FOMO mentality in the stock right now, because it has run up a little bit, and a lot of people are just getting on their radar and potentially wanting to, again, the fear of missing out and just trying to dive in and get on the stock. But just be mindful, be careful out there. hopefully to see you guys on the next live stream or in the next video. I greatly appreciate everyone's support. If you haven't already, check out the Discord. It's a completely free link down below. Join, chat with us. We got a lot of great folks on there, always talking anything from eBay selling to renting a U-Haul truck and buying up all the PS5s in their greater metropolitan area. Then we have all kinds of different memes that people post and share. Just a lot of great stuff. And if you're interested in directly supporting and helping the channel out and growing, get the knowledge out there, is we have a Patreon page and the YouTube membership tab as well to support the channel directly. Again, guys, this is Ken from The Dyslexic Investor, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Peace!